Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Dorisa King and Jeffrey Turner. The two of you have been together for a year and a half. You are considering getting married, but you're not quite sure whether or not it's a good idea. I've had you fill out the compatibility test. I have your license with permission to tear it up should I think this union is ill-advised. Ms. King, I'm going to start with you. We know you love him. Why are you worried about marrying him?
I'm worried about marrying Jeffrey because he has a few warning signs that just delay the process.
Such as?
Jeffrey is very caring, considerate, loving, passionate. He cooks, he cleans, he's very domestic. He's great with my children. He picks them up from school, takes them to school. He does homework duties. He's very loving and pleasant around my family and friends, but Jeffrey lies, Your Honor.
Lies about what?
When I met Jeffrey, he said he was 24. He is 22. Jeffrey lies about everything from his employment to even seasoning the chicken properly.
What employment lies did he tell?
Jeffrey said he worked at a ice company. He would work from 11 to 6 in the morning, and he would come home complaining of his knees hurting. He's getting arthritis for being in a cold environment. His boss is hard on him. He makes him do more work than others. And I was feeling so bad for him. I have went to the extreme of filling out applications for him to get him a new job, which I did. And when he finally admitted to the lie, which was very hard because...
What was the lie, though? I don't know what did he lie about?
Being employed, Your Honor.
Oh, he didn't have a job at all?
I have a job.
Oh, you didn't say that part.
He ain't lied to you. He swindled you, finessed you, duped you, got you up out of there. I'd be more upset about not having a job. Bro, get a job. Get a job. Get a hustle. Do something. Do something, but don't just be sitting around all day playing the game, watching Xbox, TV. Bro, get a job. Get a job. Now, my question is, what did she do after that? What did you do after that? After you found out, all right, cool, he ain't got no job. He got me to apply for the jobs for him. What did you do? What did you do?
Important. So it was an elaborate lie. Not only he was not going there, he was complaining about the job he didn't have.
Correct.
Gotcha. Mr. Turner, let me give you an opportunity to speak on that. Did you pretend you had a job, and did you pretend you were older than you are?
Yes, Your Honor.
And why was that?
Well, first, when I communicate with her, it was through Facebook. And I messaged her, and I told her I was 24, but I didn't want to tell her my real age because I thought if I told her my real age that she wouldn't even...
She wouldn't bother with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that one.
I told her I was 24, and then once we, continue to, talk, communicate, I started to
You
tell her my
fessed
real
up. I
age.
get that. How about the job? The lie about the job. What was behind that?
I was employed with the ice company, but it was I only worked there, it was 2 weeks. And
Why did you pretend you were still working when you weren't?
because I wanted to make it seem like I had a job.
But
when I
don't you
really
think,
don't.
like, at the end of 2 weeks and there's no check, the gig is up?
Yes.
The gig is up, you know what I mean? It kind of like, you didn't think that would all the way through to the end. You said chicken seasoning. He lied about chicken seasoning?
Those are just small lies, Your Honor. Another big lie was he said he was a professional boxer. He was a prize boxer, Your Honor. He would bring medals to my home. They're still hanging up on my wall.
He brought medals. Mr. Turner, did you lie about being a boxer? And did you bring her some medals that you really hadn't won? Where'd you get the medal from?
My cousin.
I think that's a sign of a bigger problem, bro. If you gotta go through all of that, I think you got some issues you need to work out. To go that far, to keep a lie going, I don't know. You try to impress her, you try to impress yourself. I don't know what you trying to do, but I don't think that that's normal. I don't think that that's normal at all. You might, all right, well, I used to box or something like that. This was before YouTube and all right, cool. You might be able to get away with that or something, but I'm a professional boxer. Like, the internet don't exist. Like, I can't type your name into Google and see if you had a sparring session in the last 24 days or something like that, bro. I don't know about that. I don't know, because for me, if you're lying to me about that, I'm like, shit, you're lying to me about anything. If we get a letter in the mail and they say, all right, y'all got to pay this bill in 15 days, you're lying, tell me it's 5. I don't know. The line, bro, the line. And for no reason, you just, hey, today is Thursday. I'm going to lie about having a goddamn, a new career. And like, I don't like that, bro. I don't like that.
Cousin won them, and he gave it to me.
Tell me another whopper.
Your Honor, the biggest lie, and it's heartbreaking. Jeffrey lied about a very close family member dying.
He told you a close family member had died and he hadn't? How did
Yes.
you find out he wasn't dead?
Well, first, Your Honor, I was very supportive. I'm like a chef. I'm a chefnista. So I prepared a vegetable and fruit platter to take to the repast. The repast never happened. He said that there was a fight that broke out and we couldn't attend. There was no obituary. There was no RIP Facebook posts on any family member's page. For some
RIP
reason, God
Facebook
gave me a
posts.
sign, check the family member's page, Facebook page. It was very active and he was very much alive.
Did you lie about a close family member dying? And if so, for what purpose?
Yes, Your Honor. And at first, it was the close family member was admitted into the hospital and had a little disease, which was a part of cardiovascular disease. And I didn't think that he was gonna make it. So I told her that he was dead, that he passed away.
Now wait a minute. Hold on. Somebody you love in your family is having a difficulty, and you say, well, I don't think he's gonna make it, so I'm gonna tell everybody he's dead.
You ain't give bro a chance. You ain't say if he was gonna pull through. You ain't go down there to check on him. God damn, I'm telling you, bro. You watch who you call family, friends, and others. Damn, be the ones, bro. He sitting up there. Oh, I didn't think he was gonna make. But even if he did, like, what do you gain from that? That's what I want to know. What do you gain from that? Besides, you might get a little sympathy. You might get a little sympathy here, there. But it's like, damn, all of that to go through to get there. To get there, I don't know. I think that's a problem. This is a problem. You can't trust, bro. That's a problem, bro.
I mean, don't you think that's just like, horrifying?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor,
Yes.
may I? It was so believable because he said that the cardiovascular disease was hereditary and it was the same disease that his father had passed from, and they found him in the same position that they found his father.
Tell me about the car accident.
Jeffrey said he was in a car accident. He announced this on Facebook, so I responded to the post, and he responded in my inbox saying that he would like to talk to me. He told me that it was a very serious accident. He was injured with broken ribs and a mild concussion, and his 2 passengers were young girls, and they were critically injured.
And none of that was true?
Nothing was true, Your Honor.
Mr. Turner, why lie about that?
Your Honor, it was true. My cousin, we was going to go. He went to the bar with the 2 girls, and he wanted me to come with him. On our way back from the bar, he was taking the girls home. Him and the one girl was arguing, and he hit the guardrail coming around, getting ready to get on the parkway, and he got into the accident. But told her that my ribs wasn't broke; it was actually bruised.
What about the girls? Were they critically injured?
They wasn't critically injured. The girl that was in the passenger seat, she just hit her head off of the dash.
Why would you do that?
They were in the
For
backseat.
what purpose? Does it make you feel cool to tell a big story? I mean, is it an ego kind of thing? Like, wow, look what happened to me. What is it?
I wasn't thinking. It's just like.
Yeah, but this is
sympathy
not
from
like a
it.
one-off. This is how you roll. You just tell big, elaborate lies. Are you at all worried that you do that?
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't believe it. Now, Mr. Turner, you and I need to talk. I think you lie about things because you've gotten into the habit of lying, and I don't know why you've gotten into the habit of lying, but you should be concerned that you have that you kind of like got this little alternate universe going on, and whenever something happens that you don't like or you looking for sympathy, I don't know what you're trying to do, but you say, it doesn't matter what the truth is, I'm going to tell a story so I can get a certain response or so I can feel a certain way. Is that what you think's going on?
Yes, Your Honor.
Does he talk this little at home?
He does when the spotlight is on him and when he gets exposed to the truth. I cannot
Why do you think he lies so much?
I think he wants the attention. He wants to impress people. He wants their sympathy. I cannot trust anything he says on a daily, Your Honor, from seasoning my chicken with panko or making sure that the homework is turned in on Fridays. But recently, we were on our way to the gym. He just got a membership, and I wanted to start some swimming. Him and the children got out the car, and I said, let me stay back because I want to pray, because I've never swam before, and I'm going to learn how to swim today, which I did. And he said, you don't want to get out the car? Do you think I'm lying about having a membership? And that's to the point where you know that I don't trust you, and maybe you don't even trust yourself.
But why do you stay with him? All of that's nice, pity story, sob, sob, sob. But why you stay with him at the end of the day? If he can't tell you a straight answer, if he ain't going to tell you the truth, then what you sticking around for? I mean, I get it that it's messed up and it shouldn't be like that. This can't be life. This can't be love. This got to be right. I can't do wrong. However it go, I get that. I understand all of that, but you still sticking around ain't... Listen, man, at some point in time, I'm going to look at you like, all right, you like it. You like it, bro, because she complaining, but she ain't leaving. You complaining, but you ain't leaving, bro. You ain't going nowhere. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro, but bro, dog got a problem. Dog got a problem. And he know it. He know it.
Does he lie to everybody? I mean, or is it just something he lies to you about?
He lies to everyone. He's told everyone these stories. He lies to the pastor. He lies to his mother. Everyone has been exposed to his lies. They just don't know the truth.
You can't stop, can you?
I could.
No, I don't think you can.
Your Honor, I even paid his mother a visit about my concern about his lying. And she told me he's been lying since his father passed. His father passed in 2012, and I believe that has made him a different person.
You know what, Mr. Turner? It's time to go see somebody. You know what I'm saying? Somebody crawl up in that head of yours and find out what's going on. Because you're in a position where that's your default, is to lie, to tell the big story for reasons that might not even make any sense. And if you don't understand why you're lying and you can't stop lying, you got to figure out where your little tick is in your head and get that thing adjusted, because it'll back up on you. You telling these huge whoppers like that, family members dying, all this kind of stuff, it's really it's gonna back up on you. And nothing wrong with going to see a psychiatrist. Nothing wrong with it. I go all the time. Go all the time. If something's wrong up here, I want to be the first to know so I can get out in front of it. You got to get out in front of what's wrong with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You got a lump in your, you know what I mean? You go to the doctor, hey, what's this? You know, hey, what's that? You with me?
Yes, Your Honor.
I want to talk about what your concerns are about this relationship now, because we've talked about hers. I want to talk about yours. What are your primary concerns about this relationship and what's impeding for the two of you from taking it to the next step?
Your Honor, she's very popular on, social media, and she has a lot of friends. But there's a ex that she told me when we got into a relationship that she would continue to remain friends with her ex. And I said that's no problem because you had a life before you met me.
Right.
So have friends, go have fun.
That's very mature.
And the one ex, been inboxing her inappropriate messages on Facebook.
What kind of messages? What is he
talking
saying?
about
It don't even matter what he's saying, bro. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. If you still want to talk to him, then keep talking to him. Go be with him. You can't bring your past into your future. You can't do it, bro. It just don't work. It don't work. Y'all can be the best of friends, platonic. Excuse me. You still call his mama ma, all of that. Like, I get it. And that's fine and that's cool. But that just ain't for me. It's not for me because of situations like this. It might be one night. I don't know. The jack might hit you a certain type of way. You start talking to a crib, whatever. It done happen. Or you don't even need the jack. It could be one of them nights where you just fuck it. I'm gonna see how she feel. I'm gonna shoot the jumper. I'm gonna shoot the jumper, bro. It can be a night just like that. That's why I say for me, no, you cannot bring your past into your future, bro.
when they was together, how good the sex was and how her face was that she was making when they was, having sex.
I'm with you. I see where you're headed. Ms. King, is that going on?
Your Honor, there may have been some inappropriate messages, but I did not respond inappropriately. I've even told him, the ex-boyfriend, that I'm in a relationship. And he just gets upset because of the words he uses. He may say bae or babe, which I think is just like a normal flow that men say, but he may still have feelings for me.
Babe.
That's a goddamn lie. That ain't no typical thing that men say. That's your fault. You keeping that door open. And if I was him, I'd throw you. Well, don't throw her, but politely guide her on about the door and then shut her behind her when she go. If that's what you want to deal with, that's what you going to deal with. But we not doing that. We not doing that, bro. And she know that. She trying to sweeten it up and talk it up. Oh, yeah, well, we're still just friends. And I feel like naturally when you've been friends with someone for such a very long time, then you're automatically authorized to call them babe because it comes out. No, that's, knock it off. Cut it out.
Hey is one thing, but the kind of faces you make when you guys have sex, that's a whole nother matter. That's just wrong, rude, and tacky. Did you put him in check? I mean,
I did.
She said that she told him that she was in a relationship. And I feel like, okay, well, if you're in a relationship and you told me that you're in a relationship, there's a certain way that you should talk as friends, and there shouldn't be a reason why you should text and bring up the sex when you was in a relationship.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Clearly inappropriate. I'm 100% on your side on that one. You should have just deleted it. I mean, because he can't respect your relationship. He doesn't respect you. You should just, put a period on that one. Block him out. Don't do anything.
It's crazy.
You said in your compatibility test that that your intended spouse was complaining, screaming, over controlling, nagging, disrespectful. Why don't you tell me?
All right, Your Honor, for example, I went and I bought a Xbox. So days that I'm off of work and for example, when I get off of work, I make sure the house is clean and my priorities is in line before I relax, lay down. So her thing is, it's for little boys. Every day she was complaining, and it was just every time she complained, it just gets me mad. So the one day she came in and she sat down and she said that she felt like the Xbox was getting in between our relationship. So that evening I took and got rid of it. Because if you feel like this is hindering our relationship, then I'll get rid of it. So I went and got rid of the Xbox.
Did he do that?
No, don't get rid of the Xbox, bro. Get rid of the woman. Get rid of the woman. That Xbox ain't gonna talk back to you. It ain't gonna keep getting on your nerves. It ain't gonna ask you to go get the nails done. It ain't gonna tell you that you gotta call her before she go to bed. It ain't gonna do none of that. It's gonna lay right there wherever you got it. It's gonna wait for you to plug it up, and it's gonna wait for you to play with the. Yeah, bro. Don't get rid of the box. Don't get rid of the box, because it ain't nothing wrong with the box. It ain't nothing wrong with having a hobby of any kind, of any type. And any person that don't want you to enjoy your hobby or don't want you to have your hobby, that's the person you need to be watching out for. They the people you need to be watching out for. She don't have your best interest. She not saying, all right, well, after he done had a long day, he gonna sit back, chill, play the box for a minute. I ain't heard not one story about Doug cheating. I ain't heard not one story about my dog cheating. The streak back on. We 1-for-1, and we ready to gun, bro. We out here. We out here, but I don't like that, bro. Because I feel like that's low-key kind of where, like, you trying to isolate me. Like, you trying to get me. I can't even have a goddamn game of 2K. I can't play a game of 2K, Call of Duty, or nothing. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. You're not going to run my life. You, man, do not let her run your life. Get rid of her, not the box.
Yes, he did, Your Honor. I complained once, and I don't think it was a complaint. I just made a comment and said, I think video games are for kids. He took it to social media, put it on Facebook, and said, Facebook friends, do you think it's immature for a guy to play video games?
Listen, he's 22 years old. I got a 21-year-old. He plays video games.
That's okay,
He
Your
is
Honor.
kind of a kid.
Absolutely.
You can't expect him to act like a 30-year-old at 22. He's 22. They play video games. That's what that is.
I understand his age. The immaturity plays a big part. The age difference plays a big part in our relationship. But I did not force him to take it back. I just made a comment, and he took it back.
You've raised the issue of your age difference, and I think that's a bigger problem than we've already discussed, and I think it's something we need to talk about. I think you have issues about how he spends money, and I think that, too, has to do with his age. So we're going to discuss that. Okay. There is beauty in brevity. I want to say that. I want you guys to tell long stories. You need to tell short ones now. Ms. King, you say that he's irresponsible with money. Explain that to me.
Jeffrey spends a lot of time on shopping apps or websites. He will buy anything from electronics to phones. And recently he bought a phone off of an app, $55. He went to get it activated. There was a $265 balance on there. So the phone was a waste of money and a waste of time. He recently left the phone in a friend's car, and the friend will not return the phone.
Okay. I would ask you to defend yourself, Mr. Turner, but I'm going to do it for you, okay?
Yes, sure.
All right. He's 22 years old. That's what 22-year-olds do. I got a 21-year-old at home now. That's exactly the kind of stuff those people do because they're in their early 20s. They're kids. They're big kids, and there's nothing wrong with it. And you can't be upset with him because he's acting his age. You can't put him in the role of he's my man, now he's got to mature up and take all these responsibilities on when he hasn't developed to that stage. So you can't get mad about who he is. He is who he is. You can get a little warm with him about the line about his age, and you can get warm with him about the other lies, but, you know, don't even get warm. Get him help about that, because that's an issue. That's a problem he's got. He's got to fix that. It's a tech. There's something going on there. You guys have absolutely no business getting married because you're dissatisfied with his age. And if you're dissatisfied with his age, you'll always be dissatisfied because he can't become somebody he isn't overnight. Do you know what I'm saying? Help him get some help. Hang with him, be cool, see who he matures into, and if you're still in love with that guy, marry him. And you tackle your issues, do your thing, but don't feel like you're stuck on a trajectory if when you mature, that trajectory isn't what you want. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You sure?
Positive.
I hope so. This matter is adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We have a problem. That is a problem. That is a problem. That's a big problem. That's a big problem. And I wouldn't be able to trust you, bro. I can't trust you. You telling lies without even knowing when you telling lies. You're not trying to tell lies. You can't control yourself. Man. And I know, I get it. We can't control life. Life is going to do what life is going to do, but that's a bad way to live. I don't know. Like, I got a girl, and all she do is just lie 24/7, 24/7. And the crazy part about it is, like, she ain't say he cheated. He ain't had no infidelities against him or nothing like that. Bro just kept lying. Everything else outside of that, I mean, he seemed like he was cool. Yeah, he was on OfferUp. He got an iPhone off OfferUp. He got scammed and really had a bill on it, and then he left it in the car. Yeah, that's what happened. Irresponsible? Absolutely. Absolutely, but at that age, bro, you gonna go through stuff like that. Now I forget how old she was, but okay, she more mature and she's older and all of that. Why don't you be the more mature one and the older one to make the decision and say, all right, you're not where I want you to be, or not even where I want you to be. Yeah, let's just call it what it is. You're not where I want you to be. And at this point in time, yeah, we could continue and it'll be cool, but I don't think that it's best. It wouldn't be best for both of us. It's not in the best interest of you and I. It's not in the best interest of you and I, bro. And y'all go ahead, go your separate ways. Y'all go ahead, go your separate ways. But you can tell that she was going to stick around. You can see it. It's a look. It's a smell. It's a scent. I don't know what it is, bro. It's all of them. It's all of them. But you can tell when they're not going to leave. She do all of this barking, but she going to keep going back to him. That lying shit, bro, that was unbelievable. Family members dying, accidents happen, and all of that. I couldn't live my life like that, bro. I could not live my life like that. But outside of that, like I said, man. Okay. Before we get up out of here, to wrap this all up and put a bow around it. If you deal with anything, bro, whether it's mental issues, mental health, whatever it is, never let anybody shame you into thinking, oh, that's weird, or, we don't do that. This is not us. No, bro, if you feel like you need help or you need to talk to somebody or reach out to somebody or something, bro, you do that. I always tell y'all on this channel, do whatever works best for you. You have to take care of you first. So if that means you gotta take a step back or some time off to be like, all right, cool, I need to get some things quiet in my mind, and that's what you gotta do. I've done it. I've done it before, and shit, missed a week, 2 weeks, a month sometimes or something like that just to get things to quiet down. It is what it is, bro. It's life. Life is going to happen. Life is going to continue to happen. And hopefully I forgot his name, but hopefully bro will grow from this. Hopefully he'll get whatever he got in his head up out of there, and then, they ride off and got one of them condos behind me and have 40 children. There we go. Bright and early. But right now at this point in time in life, this is just where bro is in life. And life always changed. I tell y'all that all of the time, man. Life is always changing, but I ain't gonna ramble, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that video. GTG, the family is always love. And we out.